Hello and welcome back to all 1,220 plus of you avid consumers of Pax Dei content out there, and the nearly 60% of you who have not yet chosen to hit that subscribe button. I'm Eltari, the Professional Gamer, and this is another PAX Friday review, the show where we talk about all of the fun, interesting, new, and exciting information that has dropped for Pax Dei over the last week. I would additionally also like to give a thanks and firm professional handshakes out to all of our channel members. Thanks to each and every one of you for helping improve this awesome small startup channel that we have. Today's episode of PAX Friday is going to be a little bit of a somber one, as this week the Home Valley Alpha finally came to a close. And while the servers are shutting down, there is still a lot of influx of new screenshots and new things to talk about. The developers dropped a lot of statistics from the last alpha, so we're going to be going over that. We're going to also start a small little section for the PAX Friday review where we go over screenshots that all of you have submitted, so make sure you stay tuned to see if your screenshots are being featured. If any of you are wondering, we also have a lot of gameplay footage from the end of alpha event that our clan put on called the Golden Festival. So if you're wondering about any of the gameplay that's currently playing in the background throughout the rest of this video, that's from that. We actually have all of the unedited, pretty much raw footage from that on a link to an unlisted video down below. This is the only place you'll be able to get access to it for now. So definitely go and check that out if you want to see all of the fun activities that we put on as a clan for technically the first official event that has ever happened in PAX Dei. Pretty cool stuff. But that being said, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, share this video with any of your friends who might be interested in PAX Dei, and as always, if this is the type of content you enjoy, hit that like button as well. All right, and here we are. I figured what better way to start going over all of the screenshots than including one of the last screenshots that were taken in the Home Valley Alpha. You can see here we have a lot of some of the more active members of the Discord community all in one screenshot together celebrating the end of the first Home Valley Alpha. So this is just a really fun screenshot that I wanted to share for everyone. Kind of a goodbye picture, or maybe not as much a goodbye, but a see you later, as it were. The next screenshot that we have for today is of the Golden Tavern. This was something that our clan put together for the Golden Festival. This is where people could go and celebrate. Unfortunately, there were no alcoholic beverages that were served. We did have an ample supply of health potions for any of those who needed it, which they definitely did. You'll see that in some video footage linked below. But a really awesome build here that is totally not biased because this is part of my clan that built this, but I just like how people have started to use texturing in the buildings, and we're not seeing these giant square or rectangular shaped structures anymore. We're seeing these really unique builds that have come out of the woodworks, and people are really starting to utilize the building system in PAX Dei. Next up, this is a incredible image from one of the villages that a player community has built in the Home Valley Alpha. There is a lot of intricate work that is being done here. I really like how they're utilizing torches that are right here and the roofing to kind of bounce some of that light off, especially when it's at nighttime. That is a very useful thing to do, and I like how they carry that kind of motif throughout the entire build. But in general, this is a great example of how to make an interesting city, an interesting village, an interesting building, just by using a lot of the unique building sets that are already available to us. And it's crazy to think that Pax Dei is still very much so a very early on alpha. There are a lot of things that are still yet to be added into the game, and I would imagine a lot of that's going to be art assets. So you can imagine where this game is going to be in like 2 years and what we're going to have access to then, as opposed to right now in these early stages. It already looks so cool. Next, we have an image of one of the testers. They decided to pay homage to Pax Dei, and they wrote it out in stone and wood for all of us to enjoy. We have a couple of these funny screenshots, but if any of you have some screenshots that you would like to feature on this channel and show off to the rest of the community, feel free to reach out to me on Discord or at me in the Pax Dei official Discord next to one of your screenshots, and I will more than gladly try my hardest to include them in one of these Pax Friday reviews. Here we have another example of a really cool castle city that was made by one of the player groups that were in the alpha. And I just really liked this one because of how they bridged the castle or the citadel-like structure all the way across this valley, almost like they were blocking it off. Now, the interesting thing here that I'd like to see how Mainframe develops it a little bit more is what happens in these particular circumstances if there was content on the other side of this wall / citadel and it was in a home valley. How are players going to be able to get over that? And are there going to be any kind of restrictions to that? But either way, this build is truly epic and grand. I can only imagine what some of these look like when there are like sun rays going through it. And I believe that DSI or Darkstar Imperium, the group that put this together, I think they actually have a walkthrough tour video. So if they do, I'm going to link it up above. You should totally check that out. It is a really cool build. Then to kind of end things off for our screenshots here, this is by far one of the most serene and Chad-like pictures I have ever seen from a game in my life. The way that the lighting is coming onto this player's face and how they're just sitting peacefully in the moonlight next to these flowers, it made me laugh so hard. I was at work when I saw this, and I could not stop chuckling, and people thought I was weird. They're probably right, but either way, really awesome screenshot. And thanks again to all of the people who posted these screenshots so that we could look at them. I really do appreciate it. I enjoy looking at them. I know Mainframe definitely is enjoying looking at all of these screenshots, and I look forward to being able to review more in the future. So, like I said, if you have some that you want me to see, make sure you at me in the Pax Dei Discord or DM me even if you want to, and I'll do my best to include some of these in future Pax Friday reviews. All right, so then let's get to some meat and potatoes here of statistics. So for this first alpha, the Home Valley Alpha, Mainframe had sent out over 12,000 invitations. But either way, I believe the initial target was 7,000 invites or 7,000 players. And the fact that we had 12,000 already means that I think they probably got past 7,000 and they were able to push the limits even more. I think the final target that Mainframe has is over 20,000 players in one world shard or one database, basically. So the fact that they're already over halfway there, potentially, is really cool to see. And it almost makes me feel like maybe they underestimated the technology that they have. Who knows? That might just be wishful thinking on my part. But the fact that we already have 12,000 is incredible. They also did several stress tests during the alpha where they had as many players as they possibly could go to the same location. I think the number was around 265 players that their servers could support in one location before things got a little wonky. Now, as we all know, and we covered previously on this channel, the servers right now can hold up to, I think, 150 players on a single server, and then it starts to shard itself out, where you start filling players who have similar guild tags or friends or groups together, but the instances share perfectly all of the other data and information. So if a tree is being chopped down, it's chopped down across all the shards. If a building is being built, it's being built across all of the shards. And it was around that 265-ish player mark that things started to kind of fall apart and they broke their system, which is entirely what they intended to do. So it was really cool to see that they're doing those tests, and I'm sure it's probably standard, but the fact that they're kind of giving us a picture of all of this is really, really fun for me personally, and I'm sure all of you find it quite interesting too. Next, there was a total of 5,058 total days that were played in Pax Dei. That is a lot of time. Those are several years of time, actually. That's over, what, 100 years of time played? Almost 200 years of time played? If there's 365 days in a year in Pax Dei, I guess their calendar could be different. That is a lot of time. Additionally, over 500,000 trees were chopped, over 2.8 million wood pegs were created, 1.5 strong planks, almost 750,000 rough beams. We were building like crazy people. And in total, over 1.2 million building pieces had been placed. I like this statistic that it's more than half of the stone blocks used to build the Great Pyramid of Giza. So I don't know what is more crazy, if it's the Pyramid of Giza having over 2.4 million-ish blocks that were used to make it, or the fact that we only covered half of that. Either way, really impressive statistics there. We killed over 1.1 million mobs, including 516 will-o'-the-wisps. Let me know in the comments down below if you were one of the 516 players that were able to kill a will-o'-the-wisp. I think we definitely did at least once or twice. I don't know if I caught it on film though. Then we also had 8,336 rabbits killed, almost 18,000 deaths by falling, and we have a video to show how the Golden Company and our Golden Festival actually ended up probably contributing to that a lot more than it should have. And then 1,151 deaths by drowning, almost 500,000 items consumed, and almost 2.5 million clays forged. So a lot of work was done by all of you in the alpha, and it is incredible to see. But the final statistic, and the one that got me the most impressed, is that we have cumulatively written the total word count of Return of the King for the Lord of the Rings series. Tolkien would be proud of us, but 135,472 words of feedback for Mainframe. They are going to be going over this feedback for probably the next several months, if not years, and coming back to it. And this was all priceless data that all of you provided to them. So thank you from me for helping to make this game as incredible as I want it to be. And without testers to actually test it, it's never going to get there. So great thanks to all of you for joining in the alpha. I had a lot of fun in the alpha as well. I'm sure that Mainframe had a lot of fun watching us all mess around in their game. And speaking about messing around, I just wanted to include a couple of clips from the Golden Festival, which was the final event to celebrate the closing of the first ever public alpha for Pax Dei. This was a really cool event. It's something that our clan wants to do every year, and it's something that we want to do a lot more of in the future. And we had a lot of fun planning it out. So I just wanted to share a little bit of that on this channel, not altogether too much. I try and keep those things pretty separate, but this was really fun. So while we end this video off, enjoy the castle race, enjoy the human pachinko machine, and enjoy the death slide competition. They were all really, really fun to record and all of that, but also thanks to all the members of the Golden Company who put in a lot of work and effort and time doing the preparation work for this event. I truly do appreciate it, and I hope all of you enjoy watching some of the silly stuff that we did in it to celebrate the end of the Pax Dei Home Valley Alpha. I will leave it at that and just let you all enjoy the rest of this video. So until next time, I'm Eltari, the professional gamer, and if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video if it's the type of content you enjoy, and share with any of your friends who enjoy Pax Dei. Enjoy the rest of this video with the Golden Festival, and I hope to see you around next week for another PAX Friday review. And until next time, I'm Eltari, the professional gamer. You are officially allowed to start. The resource that you are looking for is agate. You're looking for agate. So go ahead. You can start heading down to the pachinko machine. Interesting strategic choices have been made. Here comes everyone. Oh, now the interesting thing is going to be what happens when you all get to the first bottleneck for this particular event, and that is at the entrance. Hopefully no one gets stuck here. And while yes, it is partially a race, do note that if you die, you're going to have to respawn back at the shrine and continue again. Now, right here, this is where everyone must jump. Have faith in the divine. Trust that you will catch something on the way down. Remember, you're looking for public containers, public boxes, and one of them should have agates in them. So it looks like some people have been clever. They started to get in from the outside. There are many different slots that you can sneak into. There are several different locations without. We'll go ahead and take a peek on the inside here and see how people are doing inside. And remember, what you're looking for is agate. If you do find it, let me know.
I found the agate.
Oh, shit.
That was quicker. Who hid these things?